And yes, I am truly grateful for this invitation, and it is a great honor for me. And each session is truly wonderful because we always emphasize and value the relationship in any aspect of life that is extremely important for our society. So, all right, please allow me to share my slide presentation.
Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, is it visible? Can you see my slide?
Yes, we can.
All right, so today we will be discussing one of the topic in our masterclass series, which is how to build bridges in creating a positive culture in our school. The teacher and the community, school culture and organizational leadership, and all of these are creating a positive school culture. So let me give you a quick overview of my background. I'm Professor Raymind Banzuela from the Philippines. I'm an educational program consultant, a licensed professional teacher here, a social science teacher, an accredited competency assessor under technical education, a national technical vocational education trainer, accredited tourism trainer, safety officer one, a certified food protection manager, and a certified guest service professional. So, um, as a teacher, trainers, lecturers, and professors, we have the opportunity to influence the positive changes in our students' daily lives. Investing time and energy into improving school culture is worthwhile. We will serve as the guardians of prosperity, order, peace, unity, compassion, good fellowship, and love. As a teacher, you serve as a second parent, a second mother, a second father, shaping the character of your children, shaping their awareness, potential, and life dreams, and guiding them to the right path and purpose in the world. We all know that as a teacher, you must have this profession in your heart. You must embrace it wholeheartedly. You must give everything you have to improve your students who hope to learn not only academically, but also to be a trustworthy person, a meaningful in the society in which he lives, who has respect for everyone living in this world, has respect for his parents, a good heart to help others in need, can make a great contribution to humanity. And above all, there is faith and love in God. But at this point, can we still say that we chose this profession because it is what we love? You chose it because you want to help our society and shape young minds for the future. But what if, as a teacher who served with all of his wisdom and heart, he completely surrendered and gave up? He gave up because he could no longer handle the stress caused by other people, caused by his inadequate compensation, caused by his colleagues, or caused by the poor treatment of those in positions of authority. As an administrator or principal of an educational institution, how do we maintain the stability, order, peace, and efficiency of our constituency? What methods are we improving for the benefit of everyone within your school? What is the positive culture that we always carry out so that we can achieve a peaceful and harmonious relationship with everyone in your school? There are just a few of the questions we'll answer and discuss today. So let's see how we can improve ourselves in order to foster a positive culture in our school. So, what is school culture and its role in the teaching and learning process? This is what we are going to discuss today. All right. So the learning objective of for this is that at the end of this masterclass session, we are able to explain the meaning of school culture, discuss how school cultures affects learning, and cite ways which you can contribute building a positive culture. Most of the teachers and friends I know have decided to stay or leave their job or a specific school because of the culture they encounter within the school, not because of the salary they receive. But what exactly is this thing we call culture? School culture is a character that gives the school qualities beyond its structure, resources, and practices. This means that a student's school culture extends beyond the physical structure of the school. There's more it than that. And according to Spacey, school culture consists of the norms and shared experiences that evolve over school's history. So everything that employees, students, parents, and administrators and staff experience in school, all their habits and even their beliefs are all part of culture of the school. Okay, according to Scott and Manzano of 2014, school culture is reinforced by norms, expectations, and traditions, including everything from dress codes to discipline system, up to the celebration of a various achievement. So everything that happens in school is referred to as culture, to the dress code, the discipline system, the relationship of everyone who is a part of the school community, to the celebrations of various achievements or failures. That is why school culture is created by all people in the school. The school culture is the result of everyone involved in the teaching and learning process, as well as every member of the school community. Another thing to note about school culture is that it is described as a social construct, which means that it is something that we create based on how we feel, what we experience, and how we interact with everyone in the community. And it is shaped primarily by everyone in the school community. So whatever we experience at work, whatever traditions we have at work, are all the results of our collaborative efforts. If what we experience at school is positive, it is the result of everyone in the community working together. But if what you experience at school is nothing but negative experiences or negative things, it is the result of everyone in that school community. So it is a social construct, not a genetic construct. All right. So when we speak a genetic construct, excuse me, we are referring to something that we inherit from a culture based on the people involved. It is not something that will be inherited. Rather, it is something that we have created because everyone in the school community creates it. The school culture can be positive or negative, depending on the traditions and beliefs in the practices, as well as the views of everyone in the school community. And the school culture, which can be either positive or negative, it can be either facilitate or hinder learning. Because a school community must strive to create a positive school culture because it affects the learning process positively or negatively. Everyone in the school community must strive to make sure that the school culture that we have in our own workplace is positive and is positively affecting everyone who is in it. So now, what is the difference of school climate and that of school culture? School culture encompasses much more than school climate because school climate contributes to the positivity or the negativity of the school culture. Now, if school culture is not genetic, it's more of social construct. Okay, so school climate, on the other hand, is more relational. It affects the relationship that exists between and among members of the teaching community, from administration to faculty to staff to students, and it affects the relationship that exists between and among them. So it would result in a positive or negative school climate. And the school climate is illustrated by the attitude and behavior of the school. The school staff and primarily focuses on the style of the school's organizational system. So that is why it is more relational. It deals with everyone's relationship in the teaching community. That is why it is stated that school climate refers to the effects of the school on students, including teaching practices, diversity, and the relationship between and among members of a specific school community. So it could be about teaching practices, or it could be about the diversity, differences, and similarities of everyone in the school communities, such as the school climate, or it could be about something else. So it is stated that school climate is driven by and reflected in the daily interactions of staff and administration, faculty, students, support staff, and all members of the school community, whether they are inside or outside the school campus. For that matter, the parents and stakeholders. As a result, it is driven and reflected in daily interactions. This is why it is relational. It is about how you can interact with everyone in the school community. That is why it says there, school culture is a lot deeper because it tells us about the reflection of the shared values. The shared values not merely on the relationship, but on the values that we share and the beliefs and on the traditions that are being practiced by everyone in the school community. So, school culture refers to the way teachers and other staff collaborate, as well as practice of the sets of beliefs, values, and assumptions that they actually share. As I previously stated, and as I would like to reiterate, school climate falls under the umbrella of school culture. Excuse me. So, positive school climates or positive relationship of everyone in the community would really affect positively school culture in general. And what is the role of school culture in learning? So it is undeniable that school culture is important. Yes, it is vital to consider the culture that school provides for everyone in the workplace. So if there is a positive school culture, this could lead to the school's success. Positive school culture would mean success for the school. And that is why, as I mentioned earlier, school culture can be positive, negative, or toxic, depending on the members of the school community. But if the members of the school community truly want to experience success in the school, it is their responsibility to create a positive school culture. Another positive school culture could also foster improvement. Improvement not only of the students, but the teachers and everyone in the community, because there is collaboration in decision makings. And everyone, if there is a positive school culture, everyone is encouraged to grow professionally and personally. And everyone is encouraged to give the best in whatever they do because they feel that they are important. They feel that whatever contributions they may give would positively affect the growth of the school and vice versa. So the negative school culture could also foster opposite. If you are a member, if you are a member of a particular school community and you do not feel accepted, you are not comfortable in your space, you are not trusted by everyone in the community, or there are many things going on that are beyond your control, and you are unhappy, you can expect to perform badly in the school community. A certain employee can only perform well and give his or her best if uh, he or she feels trusted, and if he or she is experiencing a positive vibe or a positive environment. Positive culture that other members of the school community would actually give him. So very good employee could mean very good school. So those are the different things I would like to reiterate as regards to school climate, school culture, and the role of this positive school culture in learning. If you're a member of a teaching community and if you would want to get the best output from everyone, from your student, from your co-teachers, from your administrators, from the parents, then you have to make that you also give the best opportunity. Do not expect to get the best from people around you if you are not available. So if you are planting good things in you, in your school community, you expect that you also have very good hearts. All right. So let us move on to the next topic, which is about the components of a positive school culture. What are the elements of a positive school culture? Now, let's try to find out if we have all these elements in our present workplace. The first element of the positive school culture is collegiality. This is required for us to create a positive school culture. Because if we provide a positive school culture to our clients, parents, teachers, and everyone in the community, we can expect a good output and product. When do we say that our workplace has this? There is collegiality if the school environment is friendly. If you are or feel at ease in the classroom, in your school, if there is comfort, if you feel comfortable in your school, so you work in a very good environment, which is essential where everyone shares responsibility and authority. So there is collegiality if everyone understands his or her responsibilities, if everyone knows boundaries, or if everyone believes that his or her contributions, no matter how small they may appear, are necessary for the schools and everyone's growth. There is collegiality if everyone feels that need to work together to achieve a common goal. But there is no collegiality in the school if everyone in the school community does not have or does not feel the need to work with others to achieve a common goal, or it is not motivated to be responsible for everything he or she does, or does not feel the authority that he or she has because his or her authority is being overpowered by someone else. So the school must have or create an environment in which everyone feels important, in which everyone feels that his or her contributions are needed, whether in the group for the growth of the school that belongs, to the collegiality. Okay, so the second element of a positive school culture are experimentation. It is an environment where you feel or where encourage you to experiment, or where it will encourage you to be innovative, where it will encourage you to try whatever it is that you would like to try. And this is an environment that will help you, encourage you, and motivate you that mistakes are just part of the learning process. And this particular element states that no student or teacher receive punishment for making a mistake, and that a mistake is considered a tool for growth. So it is an environment in which everyone is confident to try new things, taking risks, make mistakes, and are encouraged that these mistakes should teach them something and allow them to grow as a consequence of their mistakes. And as a result, the school must create an environment in which students and teachers feel confident and safe to be innovative, trying new things, challenge themselves, and take risks. That is, experimenting. So, if your students are afraid of making mistakes because they are worried about being disregarded or dissatisfied, or they don't want to move because they are afraid of making mistakes because of the teacher, if they are punished or uh, adults scold them because they feel this way, we are not fostering a positive school culture. So uh, let us teach everyone in the school community to be confident, to try new things, to be creative, and to take risks, because that is where they explore their potential and discover and express any talent or gift they have. So the third one is a high expectation. This is one of the principle as well one of the principles as well of outcome-based education to have high expectations towards the learners, because if the teachers expect high of their students, then it would lead to learning. It would lead to maximum participation and very good performance from the students, same to in the school culture if there are high expectations. Meaning, if there is a belief that students, teachers, and staff can learn and will learn, then they definitely, there will be a positive effect, the positive effect on this, because high expectation is a belief that everyone is capable of developing higher potentials. So now, if you expect nothing from your students, we will not be encouraged to perform as well. But if you expect something and you expect a lot from your students, they will be motivated to work harder just to meet or exceed such expectations. That is why it is stated here that they have set high expectations so that everyone will be confident of performing much better. Because if you expect them, if you expect something high, you believe that they can do something high at the same time. So it has been said that one's level of achievement is always lower than one's level of aspiration. So meaning, if you expect them something high, then they could also have a higher level of activity. That's why you have to set high expectation. So students would also have high into it. So the next one is trust and confidence. It is a fourth element of a positive school culture. And all kinds of relationship really is nurtured by trust and confidence, because the heart of every relationship is trust, and without them everything is unstable. How could you come up with a very good relationship if you do not trust your partner? Or how could you come up with a very good classroom atmosphere if you do not trust your students, if you are not confident that they could do a lot better? So students and teachers, school heads, and parents relate well and work well when relationships are solidly built on trust and confidence, which is true. If there is a trust, if there is a confidence, then relationship would be better. If there is a trust and if there's relationship, then everyone is motivated to perform a lot better. However, there are some factors that I would like to emphasize in order to foster trust and confidence. The first one is consistency. If we say that consistency is essential, we are correct. Do what you say you will do. Your actions must be consistent with your words, and your words must be applied. Because there are some teachers, some leaders, who heads or principals or administrators who do not apply what they say. They do not practice what they preach. And if the people in the community says that they will see you as an inconsistent member of the school community and you will not be trusted by everyone, people would think you're inappropriate. So we must practice consistency on a regular basis. We must follow through on our promises. Next is confidence. How could you trust an incompetent person? How could you give your confidence to someone who is not even aware of what he or she does, for someone who is not even qualified for that task, for someone who is not even competent with what he or she is expected to do. So, of course, for you to get the trust and confidence of the people around you, you have to show them that you are confident, that you are capable, and that you could do what is expected of you, or you could even go beyond to what you ought to do. Competence is very important. So the next one is vulnerability. You don't have to be perfect to be excellent, and that you also have to acknowledge areas where you can improve. Do not show an image that I can do this. I'm perfect. I am all knowing, because you are not. And you don't have to be all knowing to be perfect, to be excellent, because there are other things that could master, even if you are not excellent in other things. So they say there is always one thing that we have, that we have to strengthen that, but there are things we are not so good at, but you have to improve that area. If you think you are not good in this particular aspect, you have to exert extra effort to at least learn that particular aspects, even doing anything, but for you to be knowledgeable as regards to that. And the last one is there must be compassion. You must be compassionate, and you must treat people with kindness. No matter what position you hold, it is your responsibility to be compassionate, and it is your duty to treat people with kindness. That is true compassion. You must understand where they are coming from, as well as their experience. Even if you do not share it, you must be compassionate, sympathetic, empathic, and treat people with kindness, because it is only through them that these people will trust you and believe that you can do whatever you need to do, or even go above and beyond what you are doing. So the next, or the fifth element is of a positive culture, is tangible support. Everyone in the school community requires support, concrete support for everything they do. And support comes not only in words, but also in action. It is not enough to say, for example, congratulations on a job well done. But you must put that into action, because action speaks louder than words. If a teacher does something good, especially in research, the administrator provides tangible support as well as the tangible rewards. They compensate you financially for your efforts. Everyone requires tangible support, not just abstract support. Your words must be put into action. All right, so the sixth element is reaching out to the knowledge base. Teachers are concerned with professional development in order to stay current on content, knowledge, and pedagogy, which is the first domain here in our Philippine professional standard for teachers. And I believe that this is very valuable even in other countries, because it will provide new knowledge that they can pass on to their students, and there may be new ideas and innovations that will be of great help to teachers. And of course, this is correct. Teachers must expand their knowledge base. We must not be satisfied with what we know now. We must be more knowledgeable, grow professionally, and pursue additional studies or education in order to master content knowledge, as well as the art of teaching or pedagogy. Because if you are only satisfied with what you learn in college and have stopped learning and schooling, then you will be unable to offer something new to your students. Always reach out to the knowledge base and ensure that you are mastering the knowledge content of whatever subject you are teaching, and that there is always something new to offer your students, specifically the principles, strategies, and changes that you must implement in your class. So the next one is there must be appreciation and recognition. You know, if there was more appreciation and recognition, the school culture would be much more positive and favorable. So if your superior are appreciating everything you do, not just with words, but also with actions, and if you are being recognized for everything you do, that could really lead to something positive. If a particular staff member is not recognized, it has a negative impact on the employee's motivation and confidence in the school and in everyone in the school. So appreciation and recognition are free. It's just very easy to appreciate people. Learn that skill and learn to give genuine appreciation to people. You also have to recognize everyone that of the performers who will be contributing something your certain to your certain programs or event. Then you simply have to recognize them. It gives a very positive feeling when people recognize your efforts and appreciate what you do. It motivates you to do a lot. You should write your appreciation and recognition. If your superior does not know how to appreciate you, if the superior only sees your flaws, if the superior does not even consider your existence, that can restrict the spirit. And I understand that very well. So if you truly want your employees to work harder and put in more effort, you must recognize them. So first, acknowledge that this employee exists. Acknowledge that he is doing something good for the school and express gratitude for everything he or she does for the school. Only then can you boost about this employee's confidence or self-esteem. And appreciation and recognition play an important role in creating a positive school culture. So the eighth one is that there must be compassion, celebration, and humor. It is stated that children don't care what you know until they know you care. And that is correct. Students sometimes don't realize how knowledgeable we are about certain topics, especially in elementary school. Isn't it irrelevant to them whether or not the teacher understands the subject matter? But only if these students believe that you care about them, that you are always there for them, and that you want nothing more than for them to be good students, performers, and achievers, will be able to recognize them. Teacher for this particular aspect must be caring, must have humor. You have to let your students feel that you care, or in a certain community of the administrators. Let teachers feel that they are important and that they are needed in the school and that they care for the welfare of everyone in the school community. Then that would contribute to a positive school culture. And teachers would not resign that easily if they feel this in a school or in a certain organization. Then following that, everyone in the school community must be involved in decision making. As a result, everyone must be involved in decision making. Decisions should not be made solely by higher ups. Some decisions can only be made by them, but many others can be made by everyone in the community. So you involve everyone when making decisions, because it is stated here that involving others who are concerned with the decisions to be made increases the sense of ownership. So if teachers are encouraged or asked to participate in decision making, they will feel like they are the owners of the school as well. And if they feel like they are owners of the school, they will perform better and give their all, because they are part of the school. They are owners of the school, and their contributions are essential to the school's growth. And involving them in decision making makes them feel important. And when an employee or a student feels important, it motivates the teacher or student to perform well in whatever task is assigned to him. So the 10th component is the safeguarding of what is important. What school consider important must be part of their tradition and be protected at all expenses. We must educate everyone about what we consider to be the most important. And if these are the most important things in the school community, we must be encouraged to protect them. In our school, because we believe it is critical for us to provide quality instructions to our students, we must protect it at all costs, strive harder, and collaborate in order for that particular thing to be good at all. We have a tradition, and tradition requires a deliberate culture-based program based on shared values, beliefs, and behavior. And tradition strengthens the sense of community. However, we must ensure that our traditions are truly good and do not harm other members of the community. Our traditions must be inclusive of all people. Our values, beliefs, and behavior must be shared by all members of the school community. Because if we believe in the same thing, if we share the same behavior, if we have this belief over something or the same belief over something, then that would be chances and our sense of humility, because community members of the uh, society should work hand in hand to protect what we have to protect, the belief, the behavior, and the values that they have. And the next one is honest and open communication. This is the 12th and I think the last element of a positive school culture. It states that no one gets rejected for speaking up, which is correct. And the school must provide such an environment. The school must make us feel comfortable speaking our minds, expressing our opinions and expressing our concerns, because no one should be isolated. However, there are some instances where if you share your opinion and that opinion does not agree with your head, you will be labeled as a villain in the school. And there are some administrators who will not accept opinions of others simply because they are contrary to what they believe. But if we truly want to create a positive school culture, we must encourage everyone to speak their minds. Everyone must be encouraged to be as open as possible. The atmosphere is such that everyone will speak his minds without fear of being disregarded or discredited. An agreement of every discussion is must agree to this frequently. Listen to the opinions of others, and if you do not like it, don't buy it. If you are opposed, it is fine as long as you give this person the opportunity to speak, to express his views, because that is what we are supposed to have in school, and an atmosphere where everyone is encouraged to speak. But do not provide an atmosphere where everyone is encouraged to speak ill of others. And you immediately believe this ill because there are some instances where we let this particular person speak his mind or whatever he wants. So it is your responsibility to filter. You do not believe everything others tell you. You must ensure that you filter, that you ask other people, and that you verify the information given to you, especially if there are opposing groups and that specific organization. One group is more active because that particular group is given the opportunity to speak more than the other group, because this particular group is being listened to most of the time, and other than the other group, then you have to filter. You know, in order to create a positive school culture, you must listen to both sides. Allow both sides to express their opinions, experiences, and ideas, and then make a decision based on what they have shared. Do not just listen to one side, because they will usually tell you what you want to hear and what is beneficial to them. Okay, so that's the last one, honest and open communication. If there is honest and open communication among members of a certain community, that community is on its way to creating a positive school culture. So these are the various elements of a positive school culture. And now that we've learned about them all, let's evaluate our own school, our own workplace. Do we have such a thing? Do we have these elements in place to foster a positive school culture? So if not, it is not too late.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
so that's the end of my presentation for today. Once again, thank you for inviting me for this amazing masterclass. I also learned something from our other special guest speakers in each episode highlighted by the YYCI page. Have a great day, everyone, and God bless us.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, God.
much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time, and you've given us a valuable, full knowledge of elements of a positive school culture. And I think, yes, when we're talking of relationship, we also need to talk about relationship in the school, within the student, the staff, and also the teachers and even the parents. So, and that is what you have elaborated it for us here today. And I want to say thank you, because every one of us are really looking at the slides. I don't think I need to do any recap anymore, because we all can see it, and which is really good and valuable. Thank you so much, Professor Raymond from Philippines, for sharing
Thank you
with
so
us
much.
your valuable knowledge on this platform today. Thank you. Feel free to stay with us if you can, because we still have two great speakers today. Today is a double. And
Yeah,
also,
yeah. I
yeah,
will
so feel
stay.
free. But the only thing that we encourage you, instead of sitting for a long time, you can see me standing up. Please stretch yourself, drink water, because it's not easy sitting in front of this box for a long time. So feel free, relax yourself, stand up if you have to, walk around, drink water. We are also working on ourselves as we want to be healthy. So thank you so much.